You better be canoeing.
Yeah, sure.
I got a breakfast platter. We had bacon and eggs and crunchy hash browns.
Ooh, what did you get? Woo! Food, the highlight of every paddle.
Now you can't hear the singing birds. Color and beauty mean nothing to you. You feel no pain or sorrow, yet you never laugh. You care not for life nor love, and you don't dream or plan. And you can't walk, but you can run. So run, Mississippi, run. Oh, run, run, Mississippi, run. Run on down to the land of the sun. Run, run, Mississippi, run. Run, run, run. From Itasca where you start, till your banks go wide apart. Mile to mile and state to state, your nature's work of art. You're more than just a river, you're more than water's grand. You're more than man can reason, you're God's wonder in our land. Oh, run, run, Mississippi, run, run on down to the land of the sun. Run, run, Mississippi, run, 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 run.
So it's day 12, it's about 8 o'clock. So you can see it's still pretty light here in Minnesota. Apparently it gets dark very, very late here. But it's lightning and thundering and raining pretty good at the moment. Can't really complain. It's day 12 and it's the first real storm that we've had. We've had rainy days, but nothing like this so far on the paddle. Yeah, hoping this was supposed to come in tomorrow, so it's good that it's coming in now because we can paddle in the rain. Rain's fine. It's just like hiking actually. It makes you feel better. Cools you off a little bit, but we can't paddle when it's lightning, so it's better that it's coming in now. We have a 31-mile day tomorrow, which is our longest day that we've had so far. So hopefully this will go pretty fast tonight and give our tent some time to dry out. And yeah, hopefully it's not a very long night.
So absolute worst scenario if weather's just shitty as hell.
Mosquito.
Mosquito
We'll
acidosis.
probably stop there for a break anyway to regroup and make sure everybody's on the same page. It's Dana Phillips. I'm from Marshall, Missouri originally.
Where do you live now?
I live in my RV and we've been traveling around for about 8 years, north in the summer, south in the winter. I was in Air Force. I did aircraft maintenance, started off on C-5s, heavies, went to B-1s, B-2s, and ended up on AC-130H gunships. And I'm getting to that point where my feet and knees are giving me a little grief when I hike long trails, so I thought I'd give a new endeavor a try and see how that works out.
So what long trails have you done before that are messing your knees up?
I did the AT in 2010. I've done section hikes of the Florida Trail and the Foothills Trail, and I did about half of the CDT in 2015. And then I just finished the Arizona Trail, 800 miles before the paddle.
So you started the paddle right after you got done with the Arizona Trail?
Yeah, about a month after. It took me 2 months to do 800 miles, and that's an amazing trail, by the way. That is a very good trail for a short one.
So basically you're a badass?
I wouldn't say that. I would just say I like to be outside.
So why did you want to do this with Warrior Expeditions?
I think it's a great organization, and they outfit you, and because of that, if you don't know you want to do something, it gives you a chance to experience something without all that outlay of cash just to find out that it's not something you can do or want to do. So they're a great enabling organization. Well, it's been going pretty good. The last couple days have been the first rest days we've had. Just nice, slow, easy paddling, no great big headwinds, and we have a pretty good team, and I'm happy to be part of it.
shit, only a couple more days, so we'll be done with this map.
Yep.
Yeah.
Feels good every time.
throw it in the
we
river.
go. Hello, I'm Annie. I am born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri, and after that, after college, I've kind of been a gypsy traveling the world in the United States.
Yeah.
So I am still currently in the Navy Reserve. I've been in 7 years, and I am an intel specialist. So, growing up in St. Louis, I was born with the Mississippi in my backyard. So, my dad actually lives right next to it, and as kids, we always went to the Arch. And then my grandma lived right on the Missouri. So, it was kind of that perfect option since I couldn't hike this year due to time constraints. The paddle was an absolute blessing for me.
Awesome. And have you ever done anything like this before?
Not anything like this or this long. I grew up doing water sports, so I've always canoed and kayaked and stand-up paddleboard, and we grew up, water skiing and stuff like that, but never anything this long distance. So it's kind of growing up with water sports plus just my lifelong hobbies of camping and hiking. Warrior Expeditions actually popped up to me. My senior chief told me about it after my first Afghanistan pump, and I remember looking at the website and I was floored by, I think people that have been to combat zones and have been in the military, we automatically share a bond. So knowing that I was going to be with people that have those similar stories, it was a win-win for me.
Like, what do you think you're going to gain from it?
I think my sense of adventure and just kind of challenge will be kind of scratched. It's like that itch you always want to see if you can do, and then this is an absolute once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I think if I can do it, it goes to show that if you put your mind to something physically and mentally, you can do it.
Destination are all good places to pull off and get a camp.
We'll take off 6 tomorrow?
Yeah, probably.
I'm Ryan.
That's making noise.
All right.
Start over.
You can edit it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She'll let it.
I'm Ryan. I was in the Marine Corps. Department of the Navy. We were in the men's department. Grew up in a small town in Michigan called Ludington. It's a harbor town on Lake Michigan.
Where do you live now?
Beaverton, Oregon. About a mile up the road from the Nike World Headquarters. I don't know. I wanted to challenge. Been down for a while. Haven't done anything. Way out of shape physically, and I say it's kind of like the light coming back on. And this is what I'm doing. It's tough. It's been tough transition. I feel my body adapting a little bit now, but and multiple studies has proven, outdoor, your natural serotonin and all your other brain chemicals are naturally produced doing things like this, and I can feel it. I feel less anxious, less angry. I think I'm doing positive, so.
Awesome. It is the morning of day 13, and we are, where are we? We're past Sandy Lake Recreation Area. We had some awesome hospitality last night by some river angels, Paul and Mike, and a bunch of their neighbors and friends. We got to meet them. Treated us to some beer and grilled chicken and pork chops and toast that Dana liked a lot.
Yeah.
And a air conditioned room with beds, and it was pretty awesome. We lost Ryan at one point. He ended up on a bank somewhere by himself for the night, but he did pretty good, and he's in front of us somewhere. We'll catch up to him eventually. We're heading into Palisade to do laundry and take showers, which is very, very nice, and we won't stink as much anymore. And yeah, it's pretty much the perfect day. It's overcast, which is way better than sunshine because we're not getting burnt. We're also not frying in the sun and getting overheated. And the water is like glass, so it's been a pretty good day. That mud will take you down to your ankles, if not your knees. So making camping a little bit more challenging, but it's very pretty.
This is God be with you till we meet again.
So this is Palisade. Dun dun dun. There's the post office. There's the diner, the bar, and liquor store. And that's really all you need. And books. Free books.
Driving with dead people.
The other day, I had to take a sudden river dookie. and it just came out of nowhere. And I barreled towards the shore as fast as I could into the sandy embankment and hopped out of my boat, you know, and it was propped up against a perfect tree. Everything was going good. I had my wipes in hand and everything. And I turned around and my boat's floating away. And all I could do was watch in slow motion. And so I had to go swim in after it. And, it was a shitty incident.
Literally.
Literally. So.
Okay, but anyway, this is called the Mississippi River Blues. Oh, you Mississippi River, oh, with your water so deep and wide, my thoughts of you keep rising like an evening tide. I'm just like a seagull that's lost at sea. All your muddy waters keep on calling me. I'm gonna pack my grip and head that way. You see me hanging round again someday, for that's the only way to lose them old Mississippi River blues. Oft I've written on your bosom, from Memphis down to New Orleans, on your lazy waters, drifting through familiar scenes. And when I hear the whistle of an old steamboat down your muddy waters again, I'm going to float.
Good morning. It is morning of day 16 or 17. I don't actually remember at the moment. My days are starting to mesh together. It's a absolutely beautiful day. We're going 26 miles today, coming in close to the town of Brainerd. The wind's supposed to pick up. We reached some of the lakes on the way into Brainerd, but right now it's been absolutely gorgeous. I've seen deer and baby calves and even a cat, random. Lots of wildlife out today, and it's sunny and it's gorgeous, and it's going to be a good day.
them old Mississippi River blues.
Alright, so it's day 18. I'm at Baxter Campground, which is probably one of the best campgrounds I've seen as far as canoe campsites go. There was the ladder, you can actually pull up to it, and it's really, really well maintained. The last ones have been completely, they've just been bad and you can't get to any of them. But Annie and I slept at Lum Park last night, which is about a 2-mile round trip out the way from Brainerd, and Dana slept here at this campsite, which is 10 miles from where we were, and Ryan stayed at a boat ramp. Excuse me. But yeah, Brainerd is not a paddle friendly town. There's nowhere to camp except for here, 10 miles after, or 2 miles out of the way, like we did last night, unfortunately. So, because it's a pretty big town. It's probably the biggest town you come to on the Mississippi, but if you plan on doing this trip, making Brainerd a stop, you might as well spend your money elsewhere, because there's really no access to anything here, unless you get out like at a portage. But yeah, it's pretty overcast at the moment, which is awesome, because it's been sunny all day and it's just been hot. I'm sweating my butt off and keep hoping to see a rope swing so I can just get wet and cool down for a little bit. But yeah, we are headed into Camp Ripley tonight.
You probably recognize this.